Welcome back to It Starts at Vegas, the podcast where we stop chasing calm and start creating it, one small shift at a time. I'm your host, Emily, and I'm your guide to rewiring stress, restoring calm, and giving your nervous system the attention it deserves. We have a special guest in today's episode, my good friend Melissa Kary. We first met Melissa in episode 21 discussing her healing journey, and today she talks more about how she integrates it with her work as a massage therapist and how she is reflecting and listening to her own body. Let's start by discussing how massage affects the mind and body. Go ahead and take it away, Melissa.
So I've told it to my clients time and time again, and I will continue to do so, that I think massage is a brain game. It's a 90, 60, whatever minute brain game, And so, does your body respond? Does your brain allow your body to respond to this? Does your brain allow your body to respond to that? Because I feel like the nervous system is the control panel, and you have to get through that in order to make those goals of wellness happen.
Absolutely. Nerves are powerful.
So powerful.
So powerful. And I think that's a really cool thing about massage therapy is that just like when we start the beginning of a massage and we just start just have some nice gentle glides, instantly most people are like, and we're settling down.
Yes.
It takes a minute and they're already like, and I can feel the stress going away.
Yeah.
So that's
that power of touch is just crazy amazing, I've started to incorporate more finding a point where I feel like, okay, this needs some attention, and just kind of holding and then working and then holding again. And sometimes I can feel a release, whether it's the depth of the muscle release or if it's like them just kind of releasing.
mentally. Yeah. It's really powerful when you can feel them just relaxing into it. And then they're like, I didn't realize I was holding on to as much as I was. Or
Yeah.
when their fingers are got like a clenched fist in a relaxed mode, and you're like, okay, just open your hands up. And they're like, oh, I didn't even realize that my hands were tight. And you're like, yeah, you're guarding pretty well when you're relaxing and still have clenched hands.
Right. Yes.
Open them up, wiggle them up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then when that happens, like the theme song just Thunderstruck, just kind of, it's right here. I hear it.
I had a client reach out to me and ask me if I can teach her how to relax. And the interesting thing of this is that I've seen her for at least a year.
Okay.
And I can get her into relaxed mode. She knows she can get there.
Yeah.
But it's like she still doesn't understand how to get there herself.
Mm-hmm.
And I find that like the very same day that she asked me, I had another client. She's like, I don't know how to relax. She works all the time. She puts everybody first. She's just, I was like, just can you be still for 10 minutes? And she's like, no. And
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, we'll start with 2. See if you can handle 2 minutes of just sitting there. And she's like, that's going to be hard. Because that lady, she is in such pain. You don't know what it feels like to feel good. And your baseline is pain. And so that is why you say it's a 5, because that's just like a constant, steady pain all day, all the time. And to teach them how to feel again,
Yeah.
that's a mind game.
It is.
It is, because you can get them there.
And then I was thinking of putting some words on my wall in my massage room saying I give myself permission to, and then I really sit there and I really, really think about those words, and I'm like, why do we have to give ourselves permission to do anything? Okay, I'm an adult. I kind of know somewhat how to adult. Sometimes I don't want to adult, but in a massage room, why do I need to give myself permission to actually be still, accept what my body needs?
So that's where the anxiety and muscle memory plays part.
Yes. So about that, not a couple weekends ago, we went to a concert, me and the girls, and it was like at Great Bear, which is a ski resort.
Mm-hmm.
And we were going down one of the hills. And to me, it was a steep hill. I was not prepared for it. Okay. So my daughter gave me her arm. And so I was thankful. I'm like, perfect. We got down and I was like, that was pretty steep. But I was glad nobody fell. It ended well. The next night, the concert was again. And probably an hour before that, I could feel my heart start to kind of go.
Uh-huh.
And I was thinking about that hill.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay, what shoes should I wear? I don't want to fall. That hill is kind of big, whatever. And then I would tell myself, like, stop, you're fine. You didn't fall yesterday. You're not going to fall today. I was creating my own nerves or anxiety and about this stinking hill. And so I wore like canvas shoes so I wouldn't fall. But as we got closer, again, my heart just started going off. And I had to tell myself, you did not fall yesterday. You're creating this anxiety. You don't need it, whatever. If anything, one of the girls will give you her arm. All will be fine.
Yeah.
And we got there and I thought, oh, Snapdragon, there it is. And immediately, I don't think I really had time, but my eyes looked over to the left where the hill was not so steep.
Mm-hmm.
And we were like, we're going that way. And so I was thankful. I kind of like trusted myself
Yeah.
that I was not going to fall. That path was going to lead me to the ground where I needed to be and not on my face. um and it did, and everything went fine, and it was a great concert, and I did not fall. And so I feel like sometimes you just need to trust yourself.
Yes.
Okay, maybe more than sometimes. Every time you need to trust yourself. um your gut instinct, and even trust your anxiety sometimes,
Mm-hmm.
because like you said, it's got that memory bank in there, and we can access it, but only when we need to. And it saves us a lot of the time. But my first instinct is not to go with it, it's to quiet it. I don't want it to be there. But if I pause and I take a moment and I listen to what my brain and body are telling me to do,
Mm-hmm.
and then go that route, things go much more smoothly. And that unnecessary angst about situations or falling or whatever is just not even relevant.
I love it so much because you're realizing that you're able to listen to your body,
Yeah,
and use it for good, and to let those bells and alarms to go off and be like, okay, I hear you, I see you, and I'm not just going to like snooze you,
right.
use your superpower for good.
Use your superpower for good. Yes, yes. And it's like, it's a little bit of, it's a little bit of nervousness, but it's a lot of mental clarity, because then things go more smoothly. And then I feel like that bank that you just opened up a couple of days ago, it kind of closes itself off and says, okay, we're not going to fall. We can create a new passage to kind of get to where we need to be. And so that to me was like an aha moment. Sometimes all you have to do is just go with it
Yeah,
and trust your body with safety. Like your body shouldn't be working against you. It should always be working for you. So,
absolutely. 100%. That's all input that your body's just giving you. I like that so much because it's not about like stopping anxiety. It's not about never happening again. It's saying, okay, what are you telling me?
yeah.
And not letting it like have a death grip on you in the worst ways.
Right.
And you
Right.
still had a great time.
We did. We had such a great time. And I even said, okay, 2026, we're doing it again. I was the first one to say, we're absolutely doing it again. I would do it in a heartbeat, whatever. It's memories and times with our girls and things like that. And so, I don't know, it was a really, really, really great time. And I got to see TLC.
Hey.
I know, it was great. It was so good.
Yeah. but now it's not something to run from,
No.
you know? And I think that's where like that mind shift goes from
Yes.
angry annoyance and that death grip of not letting you do what you want to do to saying, okay, why is this making me anxious? What can I do? What is it telling me to keep myself safe from?
Right.
So I love reflecting.
I do too. Sometimes it can be a little bit like uncomfortable, but I feel like overall, when you can reflect on a moment or a time, I feel like you can learn so much. Even if at the time it didn't go in your favor,
Mhm.
but you can always learn something from that instance.
Yeah. A thought that comes into my mind is when a client comes into my office and they have like this laundry list of things that hurt. And sometimes I ask them, like, well, when did it first happen? When was that first domino effect, you know? And when they can pinpoint it off the like right away, you're like, that's where we need to start. Like, what were
Yes.
the motions that you were doing during that time? Other times when they're like, I can't remember and it takes a while, then I'm like, well, that probably didn't have as much an effect as it could have. But when they
No.
can say it just right off their tip of their tongue, I'm like, those are the muscle groups that we're going to work on right
Yes.
now.
That's very helpful. Thank you for remembering that. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
Fix the root of the problem and everything else just gets better. So
Right. Yeah.
that's why reflecting is so helpful.
Yes. Agree. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
sometimes it can feel icky, but it can be very helpful.
Right. Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. That's really neat that you recognize that though.
Sometimes I give myself a finally, but then I think about it like that's not fair.
Why?
That's not fair to me to be like, well, finally you trust yourself. You know what
Okay.
you know, like why can't you do it all the time? Well, because it's not meant to be that easy. Sometimes people are very complicated. I think I'm a very complicated person. Like I have to complicate everything but it also gives me fulfillment.
Yes.
Trusting yourself does not come for me anyway, does not come naturally.
Yeah.
And I guess I'm not sure why, but at this point it doesn't matter. It's that I can do it when it needs to be done.
I don't know if this is a blanket statement or if it's just kind of how I feel at the moment, but it's like the more we have pain, the more we can love. The more light, the more darkness. It goes back to those opposites where we need one so that we can enjoy the other. You know,
Mhm.
don't take it for granted, all those things. I was thinking about the other day, if you could choose to be happy all the time, would I? Or would you? Like that was the reflective question. I don't remember what I was listening to, but that was a question that they brought up. And the guy was like, "No, I'd hate to be happy all the time." And the guy's like, "Why?" And he was like, "Could you imagine going to a funeral and being like, I am the happiest person. This is a great idea." Like there's appropriate times not to be happy.
Yeah. And it's funny that you said that because her quote was, "You can never be truly happy if you've never been hurt."
And so we do need to be able to feel different feelings.
Yes.
And so I think that's just part of it. Like you got to learn something about yourself,
Mhm.
because you had that anxiety moment, you were able to
Mhm.
come back the next day and be like, "Hey, look, I did it." You know?
Right. Yes. Yes.
And now you're like, "I know something more about myself now."
Yeah. It's very powerful, but it's very like I don't know what the right word for it is. It seems silly though.
Silly.
It seems silly, like a silly statement. I can trust myself.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Well, I think it's because most of our culture says don't trust yourself. You got to use this app to trust yourself. You got to use this product to trust yourself. You've got to support all the things in all the ways so that you feel like you could take care of yourself. We're not a very empowering culture. We're really taught against it. Like we're not taught how to grow a garden, you know, or even how to budget going to a grocery store. It's not a skill that they really teach.
No, it's not.
But buy this app and then you'll know.
You'll have all the answers And then the goal is to trust yourself.
Yeah. Versus just be like, hey, I think I can grocery shop by myself and stay within that budget,
Right.
And again, the more practice you get, then you're like, hey, look, I did it. So that's probably why it feels silly that we don't. At first, I didn't understand what you were talking about. I'm like, silly, that wasn't the word I was anticipating. But now I see what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Because why don't we just automatically trust ourselves?
Oh no. Like when you look at little kids, they do trust themselves very well.
They do feel confident as a natural default. But again, it's just looking at life and seeing, okay, what are the things that life has given me for me to grow from?
True.
So I can be better. Because I always think of, the Bible story, David and Goliath. And they're always like, oh, David, good job, and which I totally like, yes, right? That makes sense. But like God gave him a whole bunch of practice before that. Like he fought lions. If I fought a lion, I would probably feel more comfortable. Guy would be taller than me, I'd be like, who are you? You're not going to eat me.
Right.
So I think just throughout life, we get, the little bite-sized problems so we can get better.
Right.
So
yeah. I love that, actually. I really do. To me, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like the try again,
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, I like that a lot.
All right, friends, thanks for hanging out with us today on the It Starts at Vegas podcast. New episodes are released every Tuesday to give you tips so that you can soothe your nervous system and reclaim who you are. Make sure you're subscribed and share this with someone who you know could benefit. And until next time, remember, wellness starts at Vegas.